Alright, so with Ant-Man and the Wasp 3 coming out already, and it being the official start to Phase 5, I'm going to now talk about Phase 4. Even though I'm pretty late to talking about Phase 4, but I'm going to get on with it. So, how I'm going to do it, so it's going to be like two-parters, like for Phase 3, but I just want to talk about the TV shows and presentations, and then next video I will talk about all the movies. So let's talk about the TV shows, starting off with WandaVision. So after 2 years of having almost no Marvel content, we got WandaVision, our very first taste of Phase 4. And how does it start off the phase and as the very first Disney Plus show? It's pretty good. I like the show. I like I like the aspects of the TV stuff. But I feel like a lot of people have talked about this, and yeah, I'm on that boat. I kind of liked WandaVision. Do I think the ending sucked? No, I don't think the final episode sucked. I think the episode before it wasn't good. But overall, I think Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bentley do their best job in this show. Catherine Hahn, kind of mixed on. Seeing Evan Peters as Quicksilver, I mean, that doesn't make that much sense why it's not Aaron Taylor Johnson, but it's obvious that people like Evan Peters more than Aaron Taylor Johnson. But overall, I like the production design for each time period. The only one I nitpick with, though, was the Modern Family one because they were playing music over it. Now, Modern Family, I know, does play music, but not all the time. But it was a distracting aspect of it, because that was the episode I kind of wanted to see how they did, was like Modern Family, the mockumentary aspect. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed WandaVision. Good effects, good acting, and it's something different, and it shows that these Marvel shows are going to be different from the movies. Alright, so I gotta just say up front that this show does not start off that strongly. The first episode is very, very slow pace, but you gotta keep going when you go into the second episode, when you see more of like U.S. agents interacting with Falcon and Winter Soldier. You gotta see when Zemo comes in, because that was like the big thing that I got interested in, was seeing how they bring Zemo back. And seeing Daniel Bruhl back is pretty fun as Zemo, and you get to see a lot more of him. You get more of his like backstory, even though I'm kind of surprised that he was rich the whole time, which was weird. But the action is definitely fun. I think it was definitely a lot better than in the movies themselves than Winter Soldier or Civil War, because the Russo brothers, like, their action is just way too shaky cam, Jason Bourne like. It's not like the big besides like the big, like, the hand-to-hand combat scenes kind of sucked in those movies, but in this it's good. And that's really it. I like how it is about Sam and Bucky trying to get over the death of Captain America, and Bucky trying to, like, overcome his, like, Winter Soldier self, and, like, trying to rekindle his past. And it's good stuff. I think the Falcon Winter Soldier, even if people thought it was a step down, it's different. It's a spy thriller show, and you get more of that spy stuff that you wanted from Winter Soldier and Civil War. Yeah, I love Loki. This is definitely my favorite of the Marvel shows so far. It's so fun, it's quirky, it's one of the best looking Marvel things ever, and people always complain about how bland Marvel looks. This show looks incredible. I love just more of Tom Hiddleston. Him with Owen Wilson is pretty great. I like female Loki Sylvia. I love, like, it's just Loki as in a, like, show about time cops. It's great. I love it. It's so funny and quirky and weird. It's out there, and it's not like a typical superhero show. It's never really feels like a super. It's kind of like what I think about Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think of it as a superhero movie. It's more of it's a comic book movie. Like this is just a comic book like adaptation TV series, and I love it. I love every minute of Loki, and I don't want to keep going in more depth because a lot of people have talked about these shows. I liked it. It goes more into Loki, and it's just perfect.
Follow me and ponder the question, what if?
So What If is a series that I find to be very mixed with its episodes. Like the Peggy Carter episode was all right. I did not care for the Steve Roger robot. The Black Panther Guardians of the Galaxy one was weird, but I liked the zombie one, and the Ultron one, the Thor episode, Doctor Strange. I think those episodes were fun, and the ending actually was kind of fun with the Guardians of the Multiverse, which that would be a cool movie actually. Just like the idea of like people from alternate universes like protecting some big threat. That'd be cool. Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher he's a good Watcher. You know, he has the voice of course, because he's one of those actors that like gets hired for all like voice acting, like because of his voice. So it's good. I'm not a big fan of the animation. They're trying to do Spider-Verse, even though it doesn't have the budget as Spider-Verse because that's a movie and this is a TV series. I don't know. I'm not big on the CG. I almost want to say this should have just been 2D. I think it's just that's how I feel. But it's fun show. Love it. All right, and it's just some episodes I like and some episodes I don't really care for. So Hawkeye was a show at first that I wasn't really big into because of the pilot. But unlike Falcon Winter Soldier, where like I got more hooked into it, Hawkeye did. I just didn't really care that much for like what was going on, all like what the crime, the mafia stuff. The whole thing with like Kingpin took forever to get going. Besides the stuff with Florence Pugh coming into the picture, and like, you know, Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner himself, everything else I just didn't care much for. I couldn't even follow it well. And for my first like glimpse of actually like seeing Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, because I've never seen any of the Netflix shows, haven't seen them yet at all, never got to check them out. Because I don't know, like, how, like, if we're really, really going to be required to watch these shows at all by Disney, even though they dumped them on Netflix. I mean, on Disney Plus. But, I mean, I'm going to have to see, like, how, like him and, Daredevil in, like, She-Hulk is cool, but Kingpin, I don't really care for his direction. I, honest to God, like John Rhys Davies more, and that was, like, a B movie, and it probably like cost less than Hawkeye did. But it's got its fun moments. The Christmas angle, I guess, is nice. It's like countdown to Christmas. But, you know, I don't care much for it. And I'd like to see more of Rogers the Musical, because I guess they're trying to make fun of, I want to say they're trying to do a satire of the Spider-Man show, or maybe not, but Hawkeye, I think, maybe my least favorite show of all of them, but who knows. So this was a hard challenge to do, to actually have a TV show that was now on a character that no one knows from any of the movies and is being introduced for the first time through this show. And I gotta say, I really enjoyed Moon Knight. It's really fun. Oscar Isaac playing like multiple characters, like a British character and then an American character. That's fun stuff. F. Murray Abraham as his like inner god, Khonshu, really good. Love F. Murray Abraham. Ethan Hawke as the villain. See Ethan Hawke in a Marvel film as the bad guy is fun. Like I would like to see more of him, but probably not. Ethan Hawke is really cool as the villain. I like that it's a show that has nothing to do with the MCU, and I don't really know what they're even gonna do with Moon Knight. Like, is he going? I don't know if he's gonna be like a, I think he's gonna be part of Thunderbolt. I don't know. Overall I found the whole like character to be fun, and this universe is fun with like Egyptian gods. It's got a bit of like an Indiana Jones somewhat arc to it, and I'm trying to think what my problem is. I mean, like, I guess some of the effects aren't so good, but not as bad as, like, Thor. But I think overall, I do like the design of Moon Knight. It's just that, like, but it's a problem with MCU overall, is just the costume designs isn't always so great. Anyway, I do love the actors. It's a fun concept, and I actually do like the episode before the finale, unlike like WandaVision. I think it's a really good, like, it's an actual, like, I do like going into, like, Mark Spector's, like, backstory with his, like, brother and his mother. It's all very interesting. So, Moon Knight, very good, self-contained movie, which is what I like when these Marvel movies are like self-contained. So, with Miss Marvel now out, I'm very surprised that I ended up liking Miss Marvel more than Captain Marvel. Which is the only character's flaw, is that she likes Captain Marvel. I don't know why she likes Captain Marvel. I mean, like, you gotta stop giving her so much credit for saving the world. She didn't really save the world. Maybe she did, but Tony Stark saved the world. I liked Miss Marvel. It was a fun, and I know I've said how, like, Falcon and Hawkeye, those shows were, like, they started off way too slow. This time I liked the slowness of it. I liked how it was this, like, going inside the life of this, like, this Muslim teenager girl in Newark, New Jersey. Her life with her family, her friends, and at the mosque. It was all, like, interesting stuff. It's just a nice, simple story about a girl trying to, like, discover her true roots and who she is, and connecting with her family. I just enjoyed it. I think it's nice and sweet. That's the only way I can say it. It's sweet. And it does have fun action, and even though the multiverse stuff gets confusing, it's definitely it's all interesting to me, and I guess it does interestingly set up the mutant situation. Even though I always thought, like, what they should really just go for is, like, say something that after, like, people, like, come back from the snap, everyone's, like, they all act different. No, like, they're, like, something like when they were gone, like, their genes started changing. Like, I thought that would be an interesting direction to take mutants, but I guess that wouldn't work. But, anyway, on to the most controversial show of the Phase 4.
Is provoked into a rampage that has landed her in prison, and now she has seen only for the raging spirit that dwells within her.
So She-Hulk was a show no one liked at the time. It was memed, it was mocked. Now after finally watching all 9 episodes, it's alright. It's a good show. It's fun. I like the actress that plays She-Hulk. I kind of like just... It's fun. Come on, guys. It's a fun show. It doesn't have to be anything like, it doesn't have to have like a kind of a continuous story. I like the actress that played She-Hulk. I like seeing Tim Roth as the Abomination. Like, I don't know. He was he was really fun in this show. I really like Tim Roth. see more of Abomination is fun. Even the ending, even though if you thought the ending was weird, it shows that Marvel like won't have everything end on a big action set piece. It's a fun ending. It's a fun show. It's fun seeing like Daredevil, Wong, and other characters in this type of stuff. So, and if you actually do, because I did my research into She-Hulk and like what she is, and how she's basically Daredevil before Daredevil. So you guys gotta shut up about like when people say this is like not funny or something. Even if you think it's not funny, that's how the comics are, sadly. So, that's it. But She-Hulk is a decent show overall. Decent show. So, for the first of the Marvel presentation semi-short films, that is directed by a music composer, Michael Giacchino, I think that's how you say it, has the star from Old, and looking at my Licorice Pizza poster, crap, I forgot her name, the talent agent from Licorice Pizza, in a Werewolf by Night movie. It's fun. It's a fun movie. Fun. I enjoyed it. You know, it's the black and white cinematography. It looks beautiful. It's definitely one of the most best looking things Marvel has ever given us. I like the action, like there is, because I feel like there is gore in this, and it's black and white because I guess you can get away with gore in black and white, even though Psycho has an R rating. Look, there's not much I can say about Werewolf by Night. It's just a fun short film, and I'd like to see more of just this world. And again, I don't know really. I'm not sure like where they're gonna put these like new recent characters like Moon Knight, Miss Marvel. Well, actually no, Miss Marvel is gonna be part of the Marvels, or She-Hulk. She-Hulk might be Avenger. I don't know. I like to see where they all kind of end up if they whatever this new like Avengers King's Dynasty / Secret Invasion is gonna be like. So, look, this is a fun show. I like the werewolf effects, pretty decent looking werewolf effect, and Man-Thing actually looks pretty good. And yeah, I did. I think a lot of people were wondering why didn't I talk about Man-Thing movie because it's on Tubi. Look, I did try watching it. I couldn't finish it because of other things that were happening. So sorry if you were expecting me to do Man-Thing. But I'll do Man-Thing if he ever comes back in this universe. So that's Werewolf by Night. Now let's talk about the last thing to get this over with. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Christmas time is here. I don't know. So the whole thing is like a fun idea. Is like bringing Kevin Bacon as a Christmas gift to Star-Lord. It's a fun concept for kind of a short thing. My whole problem is just maybe the soundtrack I don't care for. I know that's crazy, but I didn't care for the band aspect of it. But I do like Drax and Mantis are pretty fun in this. Rocket and Groot did have their fun moments. As you can tell, I'm kind of like running out of things to say because there's like not much in these presentations. It's fun. That's all I can say. And now I'm finally gonna rank all these. So I'm gonna say for this, I don't know what should I really do. Should I really rank them, or should I more likely just like say like I'm gonna go from like best to worst on this. So, my overall number one favorite is Loki. My other two favorites would be, like, WandaVision and Miss Marvel. Moon Knight, I would put Moon Knight up there. She-Hulk is like a tier level down with Falcon, Winter Soldier. I'll put What If there. And I think just overall though, the one that I liked the least was Hawkeye. Like, I didn't really care much for Hawkeye. But it was alright. And I forgot to put I Am Groot. I didn't really care much for I Am Groot, so it's... I'll put it on the same level of, like, Hawkeye. I know it's not a tier list, it's just me just doing my thing, so... Alright, guys, to be continued for me to talk about the MCU movies, and please subscribe and check out my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.